Hello, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Found Hoodie Hotspot page. If you have not yet subscribed to my page, please do so. Today, I have some information that I would like to share with people who are visiting the country, Canada. There are a lot of information that our brothers and sisters are receiving from back home, wherever. It's not just Ghana, because I work in a public school, and can you believe that a lot of people come in here, their community, the community they're coming from, as well as the ones that are here, are given wrong information. So a lot of people are stranded, or whatever process that they had to take, they're not doing the right thing. So today I'll be talking to you about LMIA and what visiting visa means in terms of finding jobs. What can you do, and how do you even come into this country in the first place? Being prepared, how do you get yourself prepared is what we'll be talking to you about, as well as I'll be doing a different video explaining in details about LMIA, what it means. When you see a job in Indeed, what does that mean? Or job bank, what would that mean if you're in an international country? Let's say you're in Ghana, you find a job, you're seeking job. A lot of people are looking for a job. Canada is definitely looking for skilled workers and trade workers. So if you have a skill, yes, this is the country for you. But people who are coming into the country with visitor visa are given wrong information from back in Ghana. Now, let me just explain to you what types of visa you can enter the country with. Either you're coming as a student, you're coming with visitor's visa, or tourist visa. A tourist visa is where you don't need an invitation to come in. You have your, you're stable back in Ghana, you have, or Nigeria, or whichever place you're coming from. You have your own bank account to prove to the immigration officer that you're not coming to stay, but you're coming in as a tourist. You're coming to visit. You're coming to. There are a lot of programs happening in the country. There's a lot of activities in Canada. I'm sitting here ready to go to a picnic. If you're Ghanaian, yes, Canada hosts series of picnics displaying our culture. So let's say you find out and you want to use that to come to Canada. Yes, you can, but you're coming at your own expense, your own cost. You have your money to prove, you have your accommodation to prove it, you have work in Ghana. You can come in as a tourist. So yes, tourist visa is one of them. You can come in also by invitation. A loved one, friend, whoever invites you for whatever reason, you can come in with visiting visa. Or you can come in as a student. Students are now getting work permit with their student visa. As a student, you can come in with a work permit. Once you start school, you can work how many hours? They've given students now 40 hours and more. Before, student cannot work more than 40 hours. They are only given 20 hours on campus. They think everybody has money, but some people pay their way into schools just like a Canadian student, okay? Just like anybody in Canada. I paid my way into school. I work hard and I pay for my tuition, my student loan, but these people don't qualify for loans. So I think it was prudent from the Canadian immigration part to give them a work permit. That was a kudos to the to the immigration minister, whoever the body of people that came together to decide that was good. So you can come in terms of visa. These are the visa. Or I'm not going to go there. There's so many visas. There's so many ways of coming to Canada. One of them is your business owner. If you're business owner, you are partners in Canada. But let's talk about, can you work while you're in the country on visiting visa or a tourist visa? The answer is no. Practically, you can't with your visa. You can only work if you find an employer who can give you LMIA. LMIA is what I would just explain. LMIA is the Labor Board Assessment for foreigners, for foreign workers It is only given to employers, some employers who are seeking, who cannot sort of get Canadians to work the specific work that they're looking for people to do. So if they have a task in Canada that they cannot find Canadians to do those tasks, they then advertised to foreign workers, foreigners to apply. And these are the jobs sometimes you find in Indeed, but most of Indeed job, I'll be talking about that also. A lot of jobs that are posted, it is already reserved for an LMIA employer. So the way Canada does is they want to have a fair grounds for workers. So if someone is in Canada who needs a job, obviously they're going to have to offer that person the job first. So LMIA employers, people with LMIA certification, will post the job first. And then if nobody picks up the job in Canada, then they offer the job to a foreign worker. So in order for you to work, your visa must be changed into a work. You have to get a work permit. So you cannot visit. For those of you who's been told that you can change your working visa to work permit, it is not true necessarily. It's not true, because I find people coming here, you only have 6 weeks. How do you find work, an LMIA work, in 6 weeks if you don't have the network, if you don't have the connection, if you don't know the employer? How do you find work? Because most of these jobs are given to agencies, or you are referred. It's a referral system. If you know someone who is already in a company, as a foreigner, someone who lives outside the country, as outside Canada, you can talk to those people. They can refer you. Bingo. Do that before you step a foot into Canada. That's worth doing, because then before you get here, you can go into the company and see if this is something you like to do. And then before you leave, you have 6 weeks if you are visiting. If you have a tourist visa, you have 6 months. Tourist visas are people who are successful in their business back in the country of their passports or their citizenship. They just want to come and explore what Canada has. You have 6 months. You can get yourself something done within the 6 months, but do not let people lie to you that you can just come in 6 weeks finding jobs. A job with your own name on it. We have to go through some search before this can be possible, and I will be dropping most videos giving you step by step how to find those companies. So for now, my darling, you cannot work with your visitor visa. You cannot possibly find a job within 6 weeks. Within 6 months, maybe, if you have the connection. But even Canadians are with specific job skill set are finding a bit tough, because Canada has a choice. I have a choice. So it may take me time to find the right company. Maybe I'm looking to work with specific company. So that is how it takes people time. They're waiting. While they're waiting, it's not as if they don't have a job. There's a lot of jobs, but they're waiting to be hired by this specific company because of the package they may have. So if you're a visitor, keep in mind, you need an LMIA company to hire you, to issue you that certification in order for you to work in Canada. It is worth you doing your research before you come in and find those jobs that are more in the market. So if you have a trade, there are specific jobs that Canada lacks, is looking for people to cover. Okay? Last time I did a video about those jobs. I'll be doing more, but I'll be talking to you more about what are the jobs that Canada is looking for to cover by a foreign worker. I hope you subscribe to the channel, and I hope that you forward this video off to the one who may be looking for the information. This is Found Hoodie Hotspot. check me out on Facebook as well. Ciao, ciao.